Howdy folks, today we've got another kit review for you. This one's from Tamiya, 135 scale, United States, AAVP7A1 W/GWS. It's an amphibious vehicle, transport troops onto the beach. So it's a hybrid between a landing craft and it's got tank tracks on it, so it's a hybrid vehicle. This kit was released back in 1987. It was new tool in 1987. This version you see here is the 92 version with new parts. I don't know what they are, and then it re-released again another version in 2007, which was new parts again. So this is the 92 version. And the category it comes under vehicle wise is APC/IVIFE vehicle. So people understand what that means. It's so you got a nice picture of a one of the real vehicles. That's in Nato Colors, Nato black, green and brown, which is one of the schemes you can do, or you can do the one from the box art, which is in desert colours. You do get some crew soldiers or troops. Item number 159, or kit number, is 35159. Here is the Nato Colors scheme variant. It's a top opening box, so we'll take a look what we get inside. We are greeted with worksheet, decals, rubber tracks, a giant hole. There's 1, 2, 3 sprues, or 4 sprues, and the lower and upper hole and tracks and decals. So we'll take a closer look at this now. So we'll quickly go through this manual. This is the worksheet. History on the vehicle. If you wish to read it, pause the video. It's a typical Tamiya page, open sheet. Get to know these are standard now pretty much. Tamiya colours. If you don't use Tamiya colours, you're going to have to match them up. First step, working on the bathtub hole, which comes as a giant one piece, which we will look at. You're putting in the suspension arms, side brackets, some tow hook by the looks of things, and you've got some fans going on the back of the vehicle. I'm not sure what they're for. They're probably bilge pumps or pumps to do with the vehicle, because it's an amphibious vehicle, so it's probably going to take on water. And you're working on your road wheels, drive sprocket and idler all the way across. There's no jig, so hopefully when you put the suspension arms in, they're done in such a way they should go in nicely, so hopefully it should be okay. You've got your tow hooks on the front. Flipping it over, putting on your rubber tracks, leave that towards the end. They are saying the tracks are the typical style of rubber tracks. You have to mount the pins. Putting in some lights. And we have the loading door for the troops, or the ramp. It can be however you want to do it. Probably ramp would be quicker for getting troops out and stuff. You can have it open or closed. If you have it open, unfortunately there's no interior, so I don't know what you're going to do about that. So I wouldn't have it open personally, unless you can find the aftermarket kit to make up the inside. This section here are 2 more hatches. You can see down into the troop bay, or where the troops are sitting and housed. I don't think they would be sat. They might actually stand, because it would be get more troops in. But I say I don't know on the real vehicle. I've never seen inside the real vehicle, so I won't know. Tools going on, I'll leave them towards the end. You have got the 2 hatches at the front, which is commander's hatch and gunner's hatch and etc., which is these segments. Again, more hatches on top, which are up the top of the vehicle. Don't forget the paint on the inside. They're asking for FX1, which I believe is white. Nope, sorry, black. The inside's black. And then you've got these side pieces on the side. I'm not sure what they are. Spare track by looks of things. And then you've got some handrails going in, another piece of track, some tow hooks, and you've got some pieces on top. Again, I'm not quite sure what they are, which is this piece here. You've got the front of the vehicle, which is this section here, which I'm not sure what that is either. It's the bell plate. So it's probably something to do the front of the vehicle, probably to do with the waves or well, I really don't know, but it's the front of the vehicle. It says it here, bell plate, but I don't know. Then you've got your side skirts on, which are these. Making sure the bell plates are 2mm apart. Place off the bell plate. I'm not sure what I mean by that. Melting sprue for aerials. So anyone not sure about that, is you get a piece of old sprue and a lighter, melt it so it goes soft, and you can stretch the sprue, let it go cold, and then you've got aerials, which is the technique they're asking for. The upper hatch, so they're calling this a turret inside plate, and then you've got a 40mm machine gun. Here's the turret again being assembled, hatches, cupola. There's your 40mm gun, smoke dischargers going on, side armour plating, exhaust system. I don't think there would be. There might be a air filter box or airflow. Another cannon or gun going on the front. Doesn't actually say what this one is. It looks like you've got 2 variants, but I'm not quite sure. You got another another type of turret going in. It looks like there's 2 types. Yeah, so it looks like there's 2 types of turret. So here's the desert colour, which is all one colour all over. Their colour call out, they're asking for AS46, and AS46 is light sand, but again I'll be using Model Masters colour, which will be this one here. It's faded now, but it's Model Masters Modern Tan Sand colour, which is the same colour I used for my truck and trailer, if you've gone and seen that build. So So you've only got a little bit of decals, which is on the side, and then you've got the camouflage version, which does look pretty cool. A little bit more work. We have the Tamiya Decals. They seem pretty good. Not a lot, because an armoured vehicle, you don't get a lot with their decals. So it's just basic numbers and not the squad, but the regiment and stuff that it's probably with. Here we have the plain old rubber tracks. Detail looks pretty good, but they're not the best things in the world. I'm going to use these because that's what all I have. I'm not going to bother forking out expensive tracks, not for this build. So here's the bathtub hole, lower section. Quite a reasonable sized vehicle. Reasonable size. We have all the lower hull section, which is nicely detailed. A little bit of ejection pin inside there you need to take care of. There's the front, which has that bow piece going on there. The ramp would be going here. As I say, there'd be no detail inside this, so I wouldn't have the ramp open. Ejector pins all on the inside. Unfortunately not going to see those. This is the upper section of detail. It looks pretty good in my opinion, especially for its age. I don't know how Tamiya managed to do it back then, and certainly cost a lot of money, and they still look pretty good today with today's standards. Tamiya's kits managed to hold the test of time, and they do slowly upgrade certain parts, but I don't know what those parts are. Couldn't tell you from the original kit because I don't have one. But this lower hull section is original because it's got the date stamped on it, 1987. But that's roughly the base of the vehicle. All you've got left on there pretty much to do is the wheels and suspension and the hatches and the turret, and then there's two bits at the back and the door. So it's quite a simple build and quite quick. Probably you'd probably be able to knock this out in a day and it'd be painted, be ready for paint. So in here you've got polycaps and some string for your tow cables and stuff. So this is one of the largest sprues in the kit, which contains your ramp and back door section, two of the hatches, half hatch, detail parts, part of the turret system, hooks, one of the bags that go around one of the machine guns for the turret. These are the fence that go on the side, little bit of fenders, Unfortunately my spade is snapped. Unfortunately a little bit of glue, I'm going to have to take care of that. Rest of the tools, these are the grab handles on the side. There's one of the other turret sections with commander cupolas around the edge. These side skirt pieces, and then you get a nicely detailed, not the best in the world, but they're pretty good for plastic. Probably commander or driver. Well, no, actually wouldn't be driver because you wouldn't see it. Maybe commander probably up the top. We have this one here. Side skirts. There's that piece again, which I thought was something to do with the airbox, but coming to look at it, it actually could be the magazine feed for machine gun. Actually, come to think of it, you've got that one of the front scoops at the front, that bow plate piece. You've got another operator, soldier. There's a part of the turret system, the lower section of one of them, because you get the round one and you got the more square one, which is this section here. These two go together. Unfortunately, these cupolas, you're going to have to paint them. There's no clear parts of those. So that's how you can tell it's a little bit older than normal, because the actual cupolas are not clear. And there's no clear in this kit anyway. You have to paint them like a bluey colour. And here there's two sprues the same, with wheels, as well as sprockets, suspension arms. So you have fine detailed grab handles, you're going to have to take care of those carefully. Tow hooks, here's your suspension arms. Here's one of those doors. Nice detail on the road wheels with the bolts. Two-piece wheels, so these are the back, these sections are the back, and they're the front. Your drive sprocket, return roller. There's one of those fans, headlights. The centerpiece is going to have to be painted. Paint them. Put microsol mask or Vallejo mask or liquid mask, whatever you have, over those, and then paint it, and it should be pretty good. I'm not sure what these parts are. These are probably handles as well, or tow hooks or something. So it's pretty reasonable kit. So there you go, guys. There's another kit from Tamiya, 135 scale, AAVP7A1, like troop carrier, amphibious vehicle, however you want to call it. You say it comes under the category APC/AFV. Yeah, it's pretty good in my opinion. It should go together nicely. It's typical Tamiya moulding, crispness, cleanness. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.